Begin by making your way down to the floor, lying on your back so that your knees are pointed at the ceiling and your feet are a comfortable hip-width distance apart. Take a moment to notice what it feels like to be on the floor. Notice the weight at the back of your head. Notice your shoulders and shoulder blades against the floor, the backs of your arms, your lower back, your feet. Notice all the places that your body comes in contact with the floor. See if you can notice that all at the same time. And then just release any tensions into the floor. And then bring your awareness to your nose. And just notice that you're still breathing. You might just notice the sensation of breath moving in and out of your nostrils. Just notice your natural breath. Feeling your body against the floor, noticing your breath. Just bringing all your senses to a calm place. And then when you're ready, let's start with the right knee. Draw that right knee up towards your chest. Slide that left leg down against the floor. Gently pull that knee in towards your chest. And then gently guide that knee away from your midline. We're just going to explore a little bit here. Just move your knee away from the midline and back, slowly and mindfully. Noticing how your pelvis presses against the floor. Just noticing your sensations. And then the next time you bring that knee in towards the center, go ahead and release that knee down to the floor. Bring that other leg back up to meet it. And notice how your body feels. Anything different? Did anything change? Just notice it. And then when you're ready, let's do that with the left leg. Draw that left knee in towards your chest. Slide that right leg down against the floor. Gently pull that knee towards your chest and then gently start to guide it out to the side. Just noticing your natural range of motion. Notice the sensation of just feeling your pelvis against the floor. Might feel good, it might be stretching your limits. Just notice. And then the next time you draw your knee back in towards the center, go ahead and drop that foot to the floor. Bring your other foot up to meet it and rest. Notice again, is anything different? Did anything change? All right, let's bring our awareness just down to our pelvis. When you're ready, inhale and roll your pelvis forward, arching your back a little bit off the floor. Notice what muscles you're contracting there. And then as slowly as you can, let your spine just float back down to the floor and rest. Try that again when you're ready. Inhale, roll your pelvis forward. Notice what muscles you're contracting, those lower abdominal muscles. And then release that contraction as slowly and mindfully as you can. And then rest. And now for the second part of that, inhale without arching. Exhale, press your back down into the floor. Notice the muscles that you're contracting there. And then release that as slowly as you can. And rest. We're going to put those two together now. Inhale, roll your pelvis forward. Notice what muscles you're contracting. And let's release that to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just rest and notice what's happening. And then inhale without arching, and on your exhale, press your back down into the floor. Notice the muscles you're contracting there, and release that to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Bring your hands up behind your head, resting your elbows out to the side. Start the same way. Inhale, roll your pelvis forward. Notice the muscles you're contracting. Notice how different it is with your arms over your head. And release. And then inhale without arching. Gently press your back down into the floor. Bring your elbows up in front of your face. Gently lift your head. It's not a crunch, so just lift it a little bit up. And then slowly lower your head. Keep your back pressed into the floor. And then as you release your elbows, release your back to the floor. Let's try that again. Inhale, roll your pelvis forward. Notice the muscles that you're contracting there. Slowly and mindfully release your spine back to the floor and rest. And then exhale, press that lower back down into the floor. Bring your elbows in front of your face and lift. Lower slowly, keep your back pressed to the floor, and then as you release your shoulders, release your back from the floor, and then release your hands from behind your head and just rest. Now roll over onto your belly. Bring your left hand down by your side. Rest your left cheek down on the floor. And then make sure that your elbow is coming straight out from your shoulder and rest your hand by your face. When you're ready, keeping your hand on the floor, lift your elbow away from the floor. Notice the muscles you're contracting. And release as slowly and mindfully as you can. And then just rest. Try that again. Inhale, lift your elbow. Notice the muscles you're contracting. Release. And rest. Now slide that hand under your cheek, and this time you're going to lift your arm, your head. So inhale, lift. Notice the muscles you're engaging now, and release that as slowly as you can. And then just let go and relax. Bring your awareness down to your left leg. Keeping that leg straight, just lift it away from the floor. And slowly lower it. Lift it again. This time, just let it hover a couple inches above the floor and make it go to the left and the right, just back and forth slowly, just exploring what that feeling is. And then release that leg down to the floor. Now get mentally prepared to do the full lift. We're going to lift the arm, the head, and the leg. So when you're ready, inhale, lift the arm, head, and leg. Notice the muscles you're contracting in your lower back. And release as slowly as possible. And rest. When you're ready, you can do that again. Inhale, lift. Release mindfully, slowly. And when you reach the floor, completely rest. Now turn your head to the other side. Bring your right hand down by your side and your left arm out so that your elbow is coming straight out from your shoulder and your hand is resting near your face. When you're ready, keep that hand on the floor, lift that elbow away from the floor, and release as slowly as you can, and rest. When you're ready, do that again. Lift that elbow, release as slowly as you can, then rest. Now slide that hand under your cheek. And this time, inhale, lift your arm and your head. Slowly release them to the floor. Do that again. And then release your whole upper body into the floor and bring your awareness down to your right leg. When you're ready, keeping that leg straight, lift it away from the floor. Slowly lower it. Lift it again. This time let it hover a couple inches above the floor. Just let it go to the left and the right. Just notice what muscles it takes to do that action. And then release that leg into the floor. When you're ready, we're going to lift the whole thing. So when you're ready, lift your arm, head, and your opposite leg. Notice the muscles you're contracting. And release as slowly and carefully as you can. And rest. Try that again. When you're ready, inhale, lift. Notice what muscles you're contracting. And slowly release back down to the floor. Rest. And when you're ready, go ahead and roll over onto your back. And keep your legs bent or extend them. And just notice how your body feels against the floor. That completes the short demo class of somatic yoga. If you would like more information, you know where to find me.